this for a second because I'm going to get ready to yell at you guys right now, all right? So I appreciate the applause. Don't boo me when I leave the stage. All right, hey, first, like I open up always, thank you for coming. But don't feel too good about yourselves because we got a lot of work to do after you leave here. Showing up's only half the battle. After you leave here, get involved. Be that physically, getting out flyers, calling your congressmen. If you can't do that, donate to some great organizations. But get involved one way or another. All right? That's your job. All right, first off, let me introduce myself. I'm Joe the Plumber, and I am a Christian. Secondly, I am an American. Back up for a second here now. When I said I was a Christian, I didn't say I was a Baptist. I said I was a Christian because I serve God. I don't serve the Baptist. When I said I was an American, I didn't say I was a Republican because I don't serve the Republicans. I serve America. That is my job and that is your job. Now, everyone talks about freedom and liberty and all those great things, and they all have their ideas about it, and I'm going to share mine with you. I want you guys to think about it too. Don't answer me. Just think about it and think what it means to you. But what does freedom mean to you? I mean, really think about it. Put it on. Try it out. Think about it for a couple hours and come up with your own conclusion. But freedom to me means it's a responsibility. And we have been lacking in responsibility for a very long time. Right now, where we're at is our fault. It's not the politician's fault because a politician's going to act like a politician. It's kind of like a snake's going to be a snake. You can't change them. So, I mean, bottom line is politicians are going to do whatever we allow them to do, and we've been allowing them to do too much for too long. So thank you for coming out today. I appreciate that. Republican, Democrat, I call them opportunists. Pretty much synonymous with liars, cheaters, and thieves. All right? You know what they're about, so now it's our job. There's 4 things I like to talk about. It comes down to accountability, responsibility, education, and the Constitution. If we get to those 4 basics, our country will once again be great because we will be doing our job as American citizens. When I talk about accountability, you have politicians out there running roughshod all over us. I mean, they pretty much ignore us, make fun of us, and they get away with it with the mainstream media because we have not held them accountable too long. We've ignored our responsibility as American citizens. And I'll just tell you real quick, just because the Republicans might get in 2010, the Tea Party movement cannot end. It is Americans' responsibility to take to task every politician that ever runs. You've seen what happens when we don't do our jobs. We come to this point here. We're literally at a crossroad in America. Are we going to go down a socialist road, or are we going to go back to good fundamental beliefs that created this great country, Christianity and the Constitution? That's where we're at right now. So it comes down to responsibility. It is the responsibility of every single one of you to make sure you come out and vet your elected officials. Make sure they're doing their job. I mean, quite literally, I use this analogy a lot, but it's the best one I can come up with. I go to someone's house and fix the faucet for $70. A couple days later, it might leak again. That lady or husband will be on the phone until the end of time to get me back to her house for $70. Our politicians are spending trillions of dollars. They're spending your children's money, and you guys aren't doing enough. Like I said, I'm going to yell at you. I don't believe in giving inspirational speeches. I'll leave that for these guys behind me. I believe in getting things done. Ben Franklin said, "Well done is better than well said." Actions, not words. All right, it comes down to education. I strongly believe it is not the teacher's job to educate my son. It is my job as a parent. I cannot lay that on anybody else. The teachers are there to teach them, absolutely, but it is my job to make sure they learn. You cannot throw money at it. It does not work. It's been shown it doesn't work. They spend more money in New York and Washington, D.C., and their grades are the lowest in the nations. Plus, the teachers aren't there to discipline your children or be babysitters. They are there to teach. It is your parents' job. Bottom line. That's where education comes in. Not the watered stuff down down there giving our children now. You need to step up. My son reads 30-year-old encyclopedias because it's true history still. And then the Constitution, I can't say enough about that, but bottom line is black and white. I'm a dumb plumber and I understand it. Do not need a lawyer to interpret it for me. You guys can understand it. So ultimately, what it comes down to is you guys have been sorely lacking in your responsibility as American citizen. Now is the time to put some overtime in. Come back home after work, crack a book open, get on the internet, find out some information, and then do something with it. Do it through Americans for Prosperity, fairtax.org. There are a lot of great organizations out there to get involved with. So please, America, get involved and always, always honor your military. Thank you. God bless you guys.